Our locker room was built for, well, I guess maybe, 500 kids?
There are parts of the Tilden Career Community Academy in Chicago's Bridgeport neighborhood that have been closed off for years. The girls' locker room is one.
The showers have been off since 1982. I understand from prior administration, and even when I've tried to get them on, they can't do that. So consequently, for safety purposes, we've taken the handles off. So you say, well, how do you get kids to kind of clean off after gym? We use a lot of handy wipes. We use a lot of plastic bags, and you bring your soap and your cloth.
While the graffiti-covered lockers in the locker room haven't been used in decades, the high schoolers still have phys ed classes in one of the school's crumbling gymnasiums. Take a walk down some of the hallways and you'll see peeling paint. School officials believe the layers of paint underneath are old enough to be lead-based. One classroom still has water damage from a recent leak in the roof, and a biology class makes do with the meager equipment it has.
Our kids have labs, but it's a makeshift portable labs that I've had to buy out of funding to make sure it works. We have not updated most of these science rooms. I know I have not. Okay, but I've provided portable labs for them.
The school keeps its deteriorating facility clean, but that isn't enough to keep the walls intact. Principal Phyllis Hammond says the school's budget only allows for basic maintenance.
Currently, we're spending well over a third of our budget with security.
Why is that?
Because the kids are coming from all avenues, all areas of the city. And in order to have an academic success, we have to provide a learning environment that's safe and secure.
This is the pool area and the Performing Arts Center.
35 miles north of Tilden High School in suburban Lincolnshire, a tour of another high school is much more upbeat and inspiring. Adlai Stevenson High School is often cited as a shining example of what a secondary education ought to be.
This is a resource center. This is a place in the school where the kids can come before school, during the school day, a little bit after school, staffed full-time by paraprofessionals in each of our content areas. So they can get extra help in mathematics by meeting with Mr. Johns. That's what these students are doing here.
The school's 4,500 students have hundreds of courses, extracurricular activities, and clubs from which to choose. There's a child development class where students can get first-hand experience in early childhood education. Kids can take guitar classes with instruments provided by the school. The library and its computers are state-of-the-art, as are the science classes. And students have a variety of languages they can study, among them Hebrew. The school's Performing Arts Center rivals that of some cities. And Stevenson's own field house is fit for an Olympian. Some of the high school's extracurricular programs would be the envy of some colleges.
This is our student-run radio station. It plays before school, and the kids do broadcasts from here. So we have our student manager, Cormac O'Connor, back here.
In addition to everything, the school is situated on a landscaped 73-acre campus. The classrooms are bright and well-maintained, and the hallways are carpeted.
Well, we're very fortunate. We do have a beautiful facility. The community really supports education, and it is a nice place for kids to go to school. But as far as the quality of education it gets, it's much more than the facility. It really, here at Stevenson, relates to the adults in the building, their attitudes towards students and towards each other, how they work together, and even the structures that we have in place to support students.
Teacher attitudes and support structures for students may be what separates schools like Stevenson and Tilden, but some would say facilities are just as important for a good education. Stevenson's newest wing was added on 8 years ago. One of Tilden's newer sections was constructed 84 years ago, and the original building went up in 1905. Another glaring difference between the two schools is their swimming pools. During our visit, Stevenson was hosting the state water polo finals in the school's glimmering natatorium. Tilden's pool has been shuttered and dry for years.
We need a pump. About 3 years ago, they said that it needed an ejection pump. Then they said that they didn't make the pump anymore. So now, because of safety and security reasons, we don't use the pool. We've had the city out, and the city said that they were going to try. But here again, no one has really done anything so far. Right now, we are taking our kids and teaching them how to swim at the Park District. That's our answer to the swim pool.
Stevenson High School spends $12,000 per year per student on operating costs and has a 99% graduation rate, while Tilden here has only about $9,500 to spend per student and has a 55% graduation rate. So how much is academic success tied to facilities funding? The school's principals have differing opinions.
I know there's inequities. I know the funding's not the same across, the country or from suburbs to city, but I think there's other inequities that are more important, and I think it has to do with structures, leadership at a school, and again, a lot of things that working together, but I think the people are what makes the difference.
Common sense rationale 101. If you invest in me and you believe in me and you put the things out there for me to believe in myself, I give you back. They're already coming from depressed areas, so why keep compounding that depression?
Most of Tilden's students come from areas where gangs are prevalent, a situation that's virtually unheard of in the north suburban communities where Stevenson's students live.
Our kids come to school ready to learn. We have a very involved parent population, and that's what makes us very successful too.
Our parents have to be taught GED classes, and that's not to negate them at all, but they're having to deal with other things. Our school is that of kids and parents trying to survive.
But how much of that survival depends on the quality of the school building and its resources is a question taxpayers and elected officials have yet to decide on. For Chicago Tonight, I'm Eddie Arruza.